Update before we go into some of the MVPs from last week. Austin Allen continued to progress. He, I'm sure you guys all saw him on Saturday throw it around. He's still on kind of a limited number of reps. They want to see him throw the ball and how he recovers. So he'll definitely practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What he does on Tuesday will affect what he does on Wednesday, and vice versa. We'll see how the week unfolds as we go that forward. Dre Coley was probably right on the cusp. He actually missed 2 games ago, got back out there in the practice field Wednesday, was moving around good, and then he aggravated it a little bit during practice, wasn't able to go, tried to go, couldn't go. So we had him in there. Brito Tut, who didn't make the trip with us, just basically aggravated an old knee injury, should be back with us tomorrow, full go. This swelling's down, shouldn't be an issue. And then Chase Hayden, just a continued update with him. He's doing great in his rehab, continues to come along, and outside chance, obviously, in postseason play, if that opportunity arises. And then also, just an update on Frank. I just saw him, Pat and I just saw him wheel out of my office. He's actually having surgery Wednesday, and should be back on Friday. So everybody give him their thoughts and prayers, and everything seems to continue to be positive in that regard as we go forward. So, as is the fashion, we usually give our guys MVP and special recognition, helmet stickers and whatnot with wins. The coaches decided on defensive honorable mention. We gave quite a few guys that showed up. Obviously, Santos Ramirez, Bijan Jackson played a very, very good game. Briston Guidry was really, really active, did a lot of good stuff. And K. Rich, those guys all got honorable mention, but the MVP went to Randy Ramsey, played his most complete game since he's been here. Really very active, did a lot of good things in the second half especially, and then offensive scout team player going against him was Blake Kern. Offensive honorable mention, Deion Stewart was awesome, just competitive, confident, even getting a little chippy with some of the guys on this. I just thought he really grew in the last several weeks as a football player. Up front, Rodgers and Froholt, I give a lot of credit to Zach Rodgers, who I know he and Frank do a lot together, and took over that role last week as a center and knew it and ran with it. And it was great with communication, played really hard, and it was very, very, very fun to watch him play, especially the film on Sunday. Yelled at Froholt, played his tail off, was very physical, very, very. He is getting the understanding of what we want and how to play a 4-quarter football game, and it just really took off and played extremely well. Took a great leadership role as well. In addition to that, our 2 tailbacks, Delval Whaley and David Williams, gave them honorable mention, but we did give the MVP to T.J. Hammonds. Was very explosive, dynamic, very exciting to watch. Was really healthy for the first time all year, and in his preparation and everything else. So excited where he can continue to grow. And then our scout team, defensive scout team player was Terrell Collins. Special teams honorable mention went to Reed Miller and Bob Decker, 2 guys of the snapper and the holder for the operation to have the game-winning field goal. And then also honorable mention to Gary Cross, who was awesome for me on kickoff return as an off returner, did a lot of really good things. But our MVP went to 2 guys glaring, actually 5 guys total, but the easiest was Connor Limpert, the way he stroked the ball there, not just once, twice, 3, 4 times. Davion Warren for his efforts in the KOR, and then 3 coverage guys. They had the #1 kickoff return unit in the league, I believe #3 in the country average-wise, and we held them inside the 5, I believe, once, inside the 15, inside the 25 several times. And these 3 guys, LaMichael Petway, Ryder Lucas, and Grant Morgan were outstanding. Our special team scout team player, Byron Keaton. So, also special recognition to Colgate, freshman SEC player of the week, was very well deserved. Obviously, a game that he knows he did some things very, very well, some things we got to improve upon. And then Davion Warren got special teams SEC player of the week. So, excited about his growth, and then, again, just a very exciting player, and a lot of guys doing some good things around him. So, what we did yesterday is put that game to bed. Talked about the corrections we needed to make. There was a lot of positives, but obviously a lot of things we got to do better, especially during that first 19-minute stretch defensively. Really kind of a tale of 2 cities. Offensively, I did like the way we responded to their first score. Went down the field. Obviously, it was a huge thing for us, but then to guys to just rebound and play the way they did after that happened, and to finish it out the way that it did, and never stopped playing, never stopped the faith and the belief, and to get that win was a huge one for us. So, seeing that thing, those kind of plays catapult not only a game but a season, and really excited about the preparation. Told them the way they got to where they were on Saturday at the end of the game was because of their preparation last week. We really challenged them to do things different in their preparation during the course of the week, individually, collectively, and us as coaches as well. I really stressed to the coaches to emphasize second half performance. I mean, every day, every way, we really brought it up and obviously paid dividends. So now we'll move on to Coastal Carolina. Obviously a team that hasn't had a lot of victories, but they played a lot of really close games. A team that's had success in the past, have a variety of different players, use multiple quarterbacks, running backs, a variety of a lot of different stuff offensively, defensively. They're a 4-3 scheme, bring a lot of pressures, bring a lot of blitzes that we have to be on our toes and be able to execute. So the task at hand is a challenge in front of us, and that's where we're at. We're not going to talk about anything but what's in front of us this Saturday.